What is up everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to do a tiny coin purse. All you're going to need is a little button and some yarn. Today I'm using a 4mm hook, so let's get started. Get the end of your yarn, wrap it around your finger twice, bring the back one to the front, and then bring the back one to the front, like so. And let's make a chain of 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's keep it to 10 actually, but you can make it as big as you like, but for this demo I'm just going to do 10. So once you've done your chain, we'll move on to the next step. Right, so now what we're going to do is, not in this chain, but the one right here, we're going to work 3 single crochets. So go into this space here and work 3. This is going to form the turning of our purse. 1, 2, and 3. So that's going to be our turning chains. 1, 2, 3. Right, in every other one, go ahead and do 1 single crochet. So I'm going to go in there, 1, go into the next one. It's a bit fiddly to work with a chain for me. 1, go into the next one, and 1. Next one, 1. Next one, 1, and so on, and I'm going to show you what we do when we get there. And so when we get to the end one, what we want to do is 3 single crochets in there. So this is going to be the other side of our turning. 1, 2, don't worry if this comes loose, we could just pull it tight again, and 3. So what we're going to do now is almost turn it, so we're working on this side, right? So let's see how many single crochets we did in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We did 8, so we're going to need 8 in the opposite direction. So don't work in here now, work in this chain here and do single crochets again. And make sure you have the same number as you had on the opposite side, which is 8. This can be a very tiny purse, but again, you could do it to any size you like as long as you have the basics down. Right, and it's very important that we count. I'm going to count and make sure I have 8. Right, so I actually had 7, so I'm going to skip these 3. This is how I'll count it. Skip these 3 because they're the turning chains, and just make sure the opposite ends correspond with each other. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you have 3 here. So whatever number of stitches you do, just make sure you have equal sides, and that excludes these 3 and these 3. Okay, so now let's go into this one here, which is the third one we did, and do a little slip stitch in there. The third one, or the first one of the turning chain, and just join that. This forms the base of our purse, and I gotta admit that's like the hardest part of the purse, but the rest of it is pretty straightforward. So to start, chain 2 like so, and I'm gonna get a stitch marker quickly. So I've got my stitch marker. I'm just gonna do 1 more, and then let's do 1 double crochet in this second turning chain. So you can make your purse out of double crochets, single crochets, it's completely up to you. So because this is a small project, I'm just going to put a quick stitch marker in the 1 to 3rd chain I did, because we're going to make sure we join back again over here. Right, so now it's pretty straightforward. Just go into each one. Right, so I'll do my next double crochet in here. And just keep going around and do your double crochets. And make sure while doing this you have the same amount of single crochets in each round. We don't want an uneven purse. So we had 7 there and 7 there, so that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So in each round you should have 20 double crochets. If you get more or less, your coin purse is going to be wonky. So I'm making sure I count as I go. And my magic number is 20. So 1, 2, and your magic number may be different according to the size of your purse, and 3. That's my turning chains that I'm counting, by the way. So let's go right there. And you'll see that these corners I did form this little purse style thing, I'd say. I don't know the name for it. But that base is quite important to get a nice looking coin purse. So every round now is going to be pretty straightforward. It's just going to be what you're doing here, and it's going to be repeated. But I'm going to show you how to join rounds as well. And make sure I count, so I have a total of 20. And that's, I believe it's my last one. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So I've got my 20, and this is where I'm going to join. That's why I put my marker there. So let's take this out. And what I'm going to do is just slip stitch into there. So get my hook. Cotton's quite fiddly, so I have to make sure I have to get all these little threads. And then pull your yarn through and pull it through there. So now let's start with a chain 3. And then on to the next one, do double crochets. So keep doing this until you have the sort of height of the purse you're looking for. I think I'm just going to do a few rounds, but I'll confirm with you how many I do. And you should be starting to get this nice little shape. So let's keep going and make sure you have 20 in each round. And if you don't have 20, just undo everything until you know where you went wrong. And I'll meet you towards the end of this round. So I've reached the end of my round. I've got 20, and now I'm going to join on the top of this one. So get my hook in there. This is the first chain 3 you did. Find the top of the first chain 3 and do a slip stitch. Now again, to start the round, chain 3, and then you're going to do your work as usual. So I'm going to go into this one, do my first double crochet, next one, do my other double crochet, and just keep going in this round as well until you have 20 or however many you have, and then I'll show you how to do the flap of the coin purse. Right, so I've roughly done 5 rounds. I've done my last 20th one, and I'm just gonna slip stitch and join here. And now what we're going to do is create the flap. So chain 3, and what you'll do is turn your purse around like that, so you're only working at the back. So now we know it takes 20 stitches to get all the way around, so we're going to half that and do 10. So once we do 10 along here, we're going to stop. So we're going to count this as 1. In the next one, which is this one, we're going to do another one. So a double crochet, and next one, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then last one, 10. When you get to the 10th one, just stop right there and then turn your work around like so. Well, we're going to chain 3 first. 1, 2, 3. When you do that, turn your work around, and let's do 10 along here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's see how big we want this flap. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's going to be really difficult to do the 10th one, but let's see if we can get it in. And then in the next one I'll show you how to do a buttonhole as well. So 10th one is going to be quite difficult to do, but make sure you try and get it in there. It's in the chain 3, so 10. Right, so now let's see. Right, let's do another one, but in the next one we'll make it smaller and add a little buttonhole. So chain 2, turn it around, and we're going to do 10, but we're going to stop at 5 and do 2 chains. So 1, and then 2. Oh, we're doing double crochets now, sorry. So do 1 double crochet, half double crochet, even half double crochet. In the next one, do another half double crochet. So we've done 3 so far. In the next one, do another half double crochet. Done 4 so far. Now it's the 5th one. So do your 5th half double crochet, but now we're going to chain 2 to make space for the button. So now carry on in your next one. Do the rest of the 5 half double crochets. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, your 5th one's going to be a bit difficult to do, but make sure you get that one in there, otherwise you'll have a wonky purse. And then my 5th one right in here. Right, so I'm just going to go in here and do a slip stitch to end my work like so. So now cut your yarn, and I'll show you what to do next. So cut your yarn, and what you want to do is sort of weave this bit in halfway through the coin purse until it meets this end. So I'll show you how to do that. No, we're just going to weave it in, and then we have to turn our purse inside out. So I'm just going to go in and out of here like so until I get to this bit, and then I could just weave it through like so. And it's a very good beginner project to do. One of my first projects was actually creating a little green coin purse, which I loved so much, and I sold at my craft fair. So I just tend to weave in just a bit until I can make these two ends meet, and then what I'll do is just tie it up. So for the sake of this tutorial, I won't weave in fully. And so I'll cut my yarn off there, and what you're going to do is then turn your purse inside out like so. And now we know we've got a buttonhole here, so I'm just going to make sure my button fits like so, and it does. And I'm actually going to sew the button in on this side of the wallet over here, so I'm going to do that quickly. Right, so I've sewn my button on and I've just tied it off, and now I'm going to make sure that hole is big enough for my button. And there we go, here you have it. Here's a nice little coin purse you can make. I know the holes are quite big, but if you did it in single crochets or half double crochets, they'd be very small, tightly packed together. But for the sake of this tutorial, I used a double crochet. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you'll be making mini coin purses. They go down really well at craft fairs because they're adorable. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye!